What is up, guys? Welcome back. So today we are jumping into our next episode of how to paint for the Borderlands game that we got from Monster Fight Club. So today we are actually tackling Tiny Tina. I still have to give her a dry brush before starting, but this one shouldn't be too bad. I usually go online to look up references, but I have literally like a bunch of Tiny Tina stuff, like action figures and statues and stuff. I'm just going to refer to that if I need it, but I do know mostly what she looks like. So even though this one has a mask, so that's a little bit like, I don't know, I wish she didn't have the mask fully on, maybe on the side of the head maybe, but yeah, we're just gonna have to do what we got here, and then hopefully we can get some stuff together, and I want to start butt styling as well. So I don't know, I just want to try to get as much as I can in a day. That will be a separate video though, because I don't want to, I'm trying to like prep the week out. So yeah, let's go ahead and start painting up Tiny Tina. Okay, so we started off already with a skin tone. We used a brown rose, and since she has a mask on, we only had to really do the neck, the arm here, and this arm as well. So I think we might have to hit the fingertips up, but other than that, that's the main spots, the main spots that we have to hit with that. Now I'll have to check and see if there's fingertips, but we're gonna move to a basalt gray. Her pants are a darker gray. There's a lot of gray with her, but then it's kind of thrown off with some pinks and crazy shit because it's Tiny Tina. So let's move on to the basalt gray. Okay, so to speed up the process, we did all of the grays. So we did the darker gray, the lighter grays. We did basalt. We did a reddish gray for the inside of the jacket here. Then there's pieces of that got a warm gray. And then I did a tab of red on the eye because there is like a red eye. Her right eye, our left eye is red. I had some on the thing and I just put it on there while I was messing with the face because I did use the mix of Tenebrow and basalt gray, and I used the warm gray to kind of block out the mask a little bit more. I also did her gloves with the mix of basalt and Tenebrow, and the shoe, the tongue of the shoes, that as well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use a off-white, and we're going to block in the shirt because she has a t-shirt underneath this, and you want to block that in. We're also going to use that white to do the bunny, and I think the ears are like a light gray. I don't know if that is technically a white, so I'll have to refer back to that and see if that's that case. Okay, so I decided that after I did that, I'm going to do her hair real quick. So I'm using a pastel yellow, or no, I'm using a pale yellow. They're kind of really close in color. So we're going to use the pale yellow to do her hair, because she has like blonde hair. After that, we're going to move on to the browns, and the browns are going to be like her belt, her straps on her arm, her strap on her mask, stuff like that. But I wanted to get the hair done first, so by the time the next scene happens, it's going to be with the browns on there, but that's what I want to tell you. Hair, and then I'm going to do browns. And with the browns, I'm going to do our trusty leather brown, because that helps out a lot with when we do our glazes, it'll pop with the leather glaze. So let's go ahead and get the hair and the browns on here, and then we can move on to the next color. Okay, so next phase we're gonna do, we have a piece of yellow. We did do the pale yellow for her hair, but we're also going to use a ochre yellow for this shoulder pad up here. The spikes coming off of it are dark, so we're going to use the mix of Tenebrow and basalt, but we want to hit the yellow first. And then we're going to move on to our pinks. So I did a mix, because I don't have just a pink. I do have a Citadel pink, but I just decided to use this instead. I mixed pastel pink with a light magenta, and then I added a tad bit of red, and I got a decent pink. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to put it on her shoe. Her shoe's pink down here. I'm also going to put it on the belly of the teddy bear, the stuffed bunny. There's a couple of these that are pink. One is yellow. Of course, the ears, they are also pink. I'm thinking that's all that's pink. I think so. And her bandage over here is pink as well. Just keep an eye out, and if you're looking at a reference, just go back and forth with the reference, and you'll get a good idea of where to put the colors at. Okay. So we basically got all the colors together. I do have to hit this with a dark gray first. These little spikes. I did miss that. But now we're at the phase where we can actually start using our glazes. So we're going to use a Gravelord Gray on everything except for the browns. The browns, we're going to use a leather brown. And we are going to avoid the skin. There is not much skin with her, so that's good. So we are now going to do that, and while that is drying, I'm going to put a Rhinox hide around the base, and then we'll wait for that to dry to do our highlights for Tiny Tina. Alright, so we did hit up the highlights. I think this model loses a lot of itself with her having the mask on. I think her unmasked with an expression would really work a lot better, but this is the model we got. So hopefully in the future I'll get a 3D printed version of Tiny Tina, and maybe it'll be like the Tiny Tina from Borderlands 2 or Wonderlands. I would love a Wonderlands model to stick on the board for Bunkers and Badasses. So we are now going to do a dry brush of light earth, and then we are going to be able to put some grass tufts and some grass tufts, fake grass, and we're going to paint the rim black and put her name on there. And here's Tiny Tina, finished and ready to hit the tabletop. This model, like I said before, would benefit a whole lot without the mask. So if you did get the one without her mask on, you made out big time. If today's video helped you out in any sort of way with painting your Tiny Tina for Mr. Torgue's Badassery or Bunkers and Badasses, be sure to leave this video a huge like. Subscribe if you haven't already. That does help our channel out a lot. And if you know anybody that needs help with painting their miniatures, it doesn't have to just be Borderlands. Sometimes people just need that little bit of a push to get started. Be sure to share these videos with those that need it, because hopefully that will help them kind of get out of that feeling like they can't do something. You can always paint, you can always pick up a brush, and it's always paint. So if you do mess up, you can always paint over. That's how you're going to get better, is by practice. Nobody's going to be perfect first time painting a miniature, so just keep that in mind. So as always, thank you guys for checking out today's video, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.